Good morning, my Masterbuilt electric smoker fans. It's Jason here. I don't really come on here all that often lately to share any videos or doing cooking demonstrations because it's been a long cold winter here in New Jersey, but today is the first day. It's going to be around 80 degrees and it's also payday, so that means we're going to bust out the Masterbuilt electric smokers today, and we're also going to do some brisket. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera around. And I thought I would share with you Masterbuilt's pellet smoker. For any of you who haven't seen it, I'll go over some of the basic things with it. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them, and then I'll answer them the best I can. So first thing, it's a 44-inch case cooking chamber. It has 6 cooking racks, and on the side is your pellet hopper that boasts it can hold 17 pounds of pellets. And open it up here. Now it's got your hopper for where your pellets fall. It has your pull out grease tray, or I'm sorry, not grease tray, this is where your ashes from your wood pellets go, and really very little ends up in there because of the blower that's on here. Most of your ash ends up all over the base of this, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. You're going to want to invest in a vacuum of some sort, a small shop vac. That's what I've been using to clean out the base. It has a little water tray on the side. You can put your fruit juices in there, water, whatever you like. And come around to the back on the side here. This is where your grease tray is. All your grease is going to fall there. This just came out of the dishwasher a little while ago, so it's nice and clean. And on the back, you have your adjustable vents and a nice heavy-duty bar for moving this around. And again, you have your wheels on the bottom there. So, just got a new smoking buddy here. This is Sadie. It's getting in my way here. Move her around. Alright, so we're going to turn the smoker on and get it ready to do some brisket. The first thing you want to do is obviously hit the power button. And as soon as you hit the power button, you can hear that fan running. That's what's going to blow onto these pellets as they fall and help ignite them and keep them lit. Next thing you're going to do is hold the smoke on demand feature until you see a P. That piece represents you're going to go ahead. Now while this is priming, what's happening is the pellets from the hopper are falling down into this tube here, and they're going to be brought out by this auger, and the pellets are going to start falling in there. It generally takes 4 to 5 minutes for that to happen. So we're just going to let that go for a little while. And once that's done, what we need to do is put on our heat shield, which just simply sits right on top of there. Just put that on. So that's in place. Next thing, we have our grease tray shield. I'm going to put that in place. And what I did for a nice easy cleanup later on after my cook is I just wrapped it in foil like you would any tray for the Masterbuilt electric smokers. And one thing I noticed in here, there is a safeguard. You're not going to see anymore, but there's a safeguard for the pellets. I took that out. The reason being is I had a long cook of doing brisket, and the pellets fell in a weird way, and that guard prevented them from continuing to fall. And I kind of had like the pellet cone of death, and they're all just kind of sitting on the side but not falling straight down. So I took that out, so that way there's no obstructions on this pellets. They can just keep on going. What's up, Jim? And when I did that, I had no problems in my next long cook. The pellets went through, fell down, no problem. The other thing I want to share is they redesigned the internal temperature gauge. This is what monitors your cabinet temperature of your smoker. And it also comes with a probe, which I've misplaced at the moment, but you plug it in here, and there's a little side hole in here that goes through, and you can monitor your temperatures. So going back to the smoke on demand feature, this actually has 4 or 5 levels of smoke. In the manual it goes over how fast the chips fall and how much smoke you'll get through each one of those. I can answer that question a little bit later. And then once we have, when we're done priming, the priming is just really getting, the priming is just getting those chips, or excuse my chips, pellets into the hopper. And as you can see, they're falling in. We're going to let that go a little bit longer. And once we're done gathering some pellets in here, we're going to go back to the smoke on demand feature and get this fired up. We're going to start producing some smoke here. And when you first get the smoke going, the smoke is a heavy white smoke. That always happens in the very beginning, and after that it calms down. So if you were not recommending this, but just to talk about it, if you were to put your fingers in here, you can feel the air from that fan just blowing on your fingers quite hard. So that's what's going to help keep all these pellets burning and smoking throughout your cook. And one other thing I like to say about this smoker is it does produce a smoke ring on your food. It's the closest thing I've found so far to a traditional wood stick burner. You always get a nice smoke ring and a great texture. That's in. Sorry. So, setting this in. Alright, I have plenty of pellets in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the heat shield back on here. Put this cover back on. Fix these here. Can't taste the smoke ring. No, you can't, Jim, but it looks pretty, doesn't it? Alright. So I'm going to close this bottom here. Now I'm going to go to, I'm done priming, I'm going to go to the smoke on demand feature. I'm just holding that down. Smoke on demand, and it's going to ask for the time. And I'm going to do 2 hours of smoke only. We're going to let that through. So now what we see is a red light. That's on, indicating that the smoke on demand feature is activated. And in a few minutes we're going to start seeing this smoker smoke. Jim, I'm going to be doing brisket today. So I'm probably not going to be able to get to eat it tonight since it's a late start. Probably not going to be able to eat it until tomorrow. But it's a beautiful day and I wanted to get this out and get it going. So, why does it sound so loud? Is it background noise? No, it's not. The reason it sounds loud is because there's a fan that constantly blows into this. Again, that's what's going to help ignite your pellets and keep your pellets burning throughout the smoke or cook. So that's what you hear. It is kind of loud. It's not crazy loud. Maybe the phone is picking it up and making it louder than what it actually is. So you can go ahead and close this up. And like every Masterbuilt smoker, it has adjustable door latches on the side. What's that? What's the max temperature on it? This smoker goes up to 350 degrees. It's 155. I'm looking on the side here. I thought there was that information was here. Yeah, all right. The temperature ranges is 180 degrees to 350 degrees. I've done chicken on it, and I got a nice crisp chicken skin from it, like you would if you're cooking it in the oven. So, hope that answers your question. And already I can start to smell the smoke, so I know those pellets are starting to go. We'll check around the back here. Can't see any smoke yet. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. And the other thing about this is, all right, here we go. As you can see here, start to see some smoke flowing from it. This is a heavy white smoke I spoke about a little while ago, and this happens in the very beginning. Once you prime it and get it going, you get this heavy white smoke, and after that it mellows out and you really don't even see the smoke. I've only really gotten to use this in the winter weather where it's been 20-30 degrees out, so I didn't really see much smoke at all. Not saying it wasn't there, but I think it's just because it's pellets, it burns a lot cleaner, so you're not going to see that. So today that it's going to be in the 70s and 80s, I'm interested to see if I can see a nice thin layer of smoke out of the back of it. How many briskets? I'm not exactly sure, but there's nothing wrong with, I would say, 2 briskets per rack. So you're looking at 12 briskets. You probably want to rotate them around. How much was this? This particular model came from Academy, and the Academy models have the new Masterbuilt branding, which is pretty sharp looking, I think. And it was $600 plus your taxes and shipping. Cabela's also offers the pellet smoker, and with theirs it's all black door, there's no glass, and it's priced the same. So we have a ton of smoke here, which is fine. I'm not worried about it. That's how this thing always goes. So after it runs for a while, it mellows out, and we won't see much smoke coming from it like this at all. How many am I doing? Jim, I'm only doing one. It's just myself and my kids. This is more or less playtime for me. So today we're just doing one. Picked it up at Walmart. It was only $39, so couldn't go wrong there. So we have a shit ton of smoke. Again, this is all normal. It's going to mellow out. So continue to send your questions. I'll answer them the best I can. Jason, I love your little birthday cake, Kansas. Yes, thank you, Mary. I couldn't find the matches, and we had the torch on hand for lighting the pellets. So when we're using a wedgie, so that's what we used. So again, continue to send your questions. I'm gonna go inside, start prepping my brisket, and I'll come back live. So once I can put my brisket in, you can see the smoke level at that point, and it'll mellow out. Thank you, Dave, appreciate it. Now that we're starting to get in the warmer weather here in the Northeast and it's not 10 degrees out, you'll be seeing more of myself. I've just been kind of bunkered down for the winter. Why do you keep all the racks not taking them out when you're not using them? I just wanted to keep them in for today for this demonstration purposes, just to show everybody how many racks it contains. And actually, nice, you also have, I don't know if you can see, but there's also a good amount of spacing on there. So that's another nice feature. Nice temperature range. Brisket tonight if you want to do it hot and fast. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cook the brisket at 250 degrees until I reach an internal temperature of 203. I've cooked many briskets for other people, for parties and barbecues, but I've never eaten any of my briskets. So today's just about enjoying the nice weather here in New Jersey for the first time, and I'm gonna try a brisket finally for myself. And as you can see already, the smoke is starting to mellow out. You're not getting that heavy smoke like we had a little while ago. Again, that only occurs during the priming process when you first fire it up. and this is going to mellow out here. So I want my brisket done before midnight, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off for now, go inside, prep my brisket, and come back out, and then I'll share a little bit more with you guys. Thank you. Any questions, go ahead and post them, and I'll do my best to answer.